Welcome to the Franchise Match Podcast, the only podcast dedicated to making your dreams come true by matching you with the perfect franchise. On each episode, industry leader Kate Ross will share information, insight, and tips on how to choose the franchise opportunity that matches your needs and desires. Kate Ross is founder of Aspen Franchise Consulting and creator of the Franchise Match System, a powerful collection of unique tips and information for future franchisees and potential business owners. And now, get ready to begin your journey to finding the perfect franchise match. And please welcome your host, Kate Ross.
Hi, Kate Ross here. Today we're going to be going over the part of the franchise match system. I'm going to give some insight into what's important to me as your consultant as we start to look at options. And there's really one thing, actually it's three things that I really look at to see what a good match or a perfect match would be for you. As you can imagine, I get to talk to all kinds of people that are looking at franchises. I get to talk to all the franchise developers that represent the franchises. So there's so much insight into the industry and what's going on. And then I get to see what works really, really well and is smooth when somebody finds a perfect match. The first thing that I look at when I'm trying to find a match for somebody is the developer, the franchise developer for the franchise. May sound not important, but to me, that relationship is how you start. What makes your onboarding easy. It can make it stressful. For me, as a franchise consultant, when I get a client, I want to make sure I know all the developers that I'm referring to, that I have a very good relationship, that I kind of know who they're going to work well with. Are they very rigid? Do they have checklists? Do they follow the process by the T? That's the case. I'm going to find somebody that's looking for that kind of structure, for that kind of hand-holding, for somebody who follows through, sets deadlines, is on time, and really appreciates those things about another person and the onboarding process for a franchise developer and a franchisee, potential franchisee. You could compare that to potentially a franchise developer that, is a little more laid back, is flexible, doesn't push as hard. You also have how they talk. Do they talk really, really fast, like I'm doing right now? Do they want to get the process moving with a lot of energy? Or are they a little more laid back in how they're going to go about it? A lot of times in my experience, this can represent the culture of the franchise. There's no good or bad here. They're just different. So when I'm talking to potential franchisees, I definitely look at communication style, how they process, how they like to work. I pay attention to how we run our appointments when we have appointments. Are they slow and long and drawn out? Or are we quick, get in and get done? Everybody's different how they like to go about it. So when purchasing a franchise, when you first starting, it's important that there's that relationship between the franchise and the potential franchisee, and that's going to be a really good fit. Potentially, this could be a very long-term relationship. So my goal is to make the initial part as easy and smooth and comfortable as possible. And the first thing that I can provide is a great relationship with the franchise developer, and then matching that up with one of my private clients that's looking to buy a franchise, and then marrying those two. So that's the first thing that I look at as a consultant, matching up a franchise and a franchise developer, is that relationship. So I get to know all the developers really well. My goal is to get to know my clients really well, so I can coordinate and facilitate that with ease. And I believe that's one of my best qualities, is being able to match up and make those relationships strong from the get-go. The second thing when working to match up potential franchisee, is level of support. And again, everybody's really different. Franchises are different. Potential franchisees are different. And you look at the level of support. I'll give some examples. Some franchises dictate, you know, exactly how they want things to run. I mentioned checklists before, and they're available 24/7. Um, so if I have somebody that maybe has never owned a business before, or that is very back and forth with me, um, needs a lot of communication, that's one thing I'm thinking they're going to need a lot of communication when they start looking into franchising and then moving forward. You could compare that to maybe somebody who I would say is more entrepreneurial. They like to have a little more flexibility with how they do things. Um, and maybe they have some ideas of their own that they think, would be good or part of the process, or how they bring on staff. They have ideas about that. Some franchises, they are totally open, and their system is built to support that kind of entrepreneurial spirit. Others, have a lot more structure where you follow the recipe and you the outcome is what they predicted. So as far as level of support from the franchise, it's all over the board. There's all different kinds of support. Another big one is a call center. Sometimes franchises have a call center that are required to take all your calls, or you can choose to have them take all your phone calls. Different level of support than not having a corporate call center and you taking all your calls, or you hiring somebody to take your calls. Just really different levels of support. So the first one was a relationship between the developer and the potential franchisee, which would be you. The second would be the level of support that the franchise provides versus the actual needs or wants, or how the potential franchisee likes to work. Um, and thirdly, the third thing that I really think about when I start working with a client is lifestyle. Really listening to the cues of what kind of lifestyle are they looking for right now. Some people love to work. I happen to be one of them. 24/7, I don't care. So, is there a business that is 24/7? Some businesses are. If you have any potential, some businesses are 24/7. Others are, Monday to Friday, regular business hours. A lot of the service mobile unit businesses, provide a really nice schedule. Others, they allow you to do part-time. You make your own schedule. So the choices for lifestyle and when you work and how you work are all over the board, and the options are very, very broad. So when I'm talking with a new client, somebody like you looking to buy a franchise, I really listen to maybe what their lifestyle is like now, currently, and then what they're trying to achieve with getting a franchise. And most franchises, initially, it does take a lot of effort to get it started. Um, but you can also have an endpoint of what you want it to be like. Do you want to be working all the time? Do you just want Monday to Friday regular business hours? Are you okay with the weekends? Do you want Saturday off? Do you want Sunday off? So we can really get into that and really work to find a good match that once you get going and settled and the business stable, get that lifestyle in place, which is one big part of why people are looking at buying a franchise and making a big change in their life. So just to recap, and I know I went through that really fast, three top things that I'm looking for when I work with you: relationship. I want to make that relationship easy when you get onboarded, when you're choosing that franchise. That whole process, my goal is to have people around you that you vibe with, that you have things in common with, that the conversations are smooth and easy. And I know I can do that for you. The second one is a level of support. How much support do you want? How much support do you need? They might be different, but I'm going to focus on what you want. Um, and then thirdly is that lifestyle. Again, starting a business is a lot of work, but once you get stable, what lifestyle are you looking for? And then I'm going to do my best to find a franchise that can offer that relationship that you need, the support that matches what you want, and that lifestyle that's your long-term goal. So that's it for today. I appreciate y'all being here, and welcome to Franchise Match Podcast. We did 3 key points related to our franchise match system, and I will look forward to talking to you next time.
You've been listening to the Franchise Match Podcast, the only podcast dedicated to making your dreams come true by matching you with the perfect franchise opportunity. For more insight, tips, and expert franchise knowledge, join Kate's free Facebook group, Franchise Match Success. And if you really want to speed up your access to the franchise of your dreams, become one of Kate's Franchise Match private clients. Call 425-300-6900 extension 105 and tell Serena to schedule your free, no-obligation franchise match consult. Your perfect franchise match is closer than you think, and we'll be seeing you on the next Franchise Match Success Podcast.